Hi, I'm Katie from What Katie Did, and as you can tell, it is now autumn and the chill is in the air, and I have something very exciting for you today. Super cozy, can you get this, fully fashioned seamed tights. Now these tights are made on the same machinery as our fully fashioned stockings, and they have the sewn seam, they have the picot lines, they are the real deal. And I'll let you into a little secret here, they're actually made for professional dancers. So these are professional dance tights. Officially they're 80 denier, but they do feel and look a lot thicker. When it comes to denier, denier is actually the weight of the nylon used for the stockings. And if you wear fully fashioned, all the fully fashioned made today, or 99% of them, are 15 denier, which is pretty sheer. And our glamour seam stockings are also 15 denier. But because our glamour seam stockings have got a bit of elastine in them, they've got a little bit of stretch, they can appear thicker than the fully fashioned, because of course the fully fashioned are made from 100% non-stretch nylon, so they don't stretch to fit. So when you see the stocking and pull it out, it looks super, super sheer. Whereas when you pull out a stocking containing elastane or lycra, then it will look more compact and more opaque. But the weight of the nylon's actually the same. When it comes to tights, when you buy a pair of modern 80 denier tights, for example, they're basically one tube. So you often get the thigh being lighter than the calf because it's all made to the same width. Whereas with a fully fashioned tights, these are actually fashioned to fit the leg, and it's going to be very, very difficult for me to show. But they do actually have the picot lines, which you get on fully fashioned stockings. You do actually have the picot lines on the calf, and you've got more picot lines on the back of the thigh. And the picot lines are, some people have commented and said, contacted us and said, is this a mistake? Is this, a fault? And picot lines are tiny little dots either side of the seam, about ½ inch either side of the seam, and that is where the machines actually taper the leg in. So on fully fashioned stockings, generally you get a few on the back of the thigh and about that long on the back of the calf. And on the tights, it's a bit longer on the thigh because obviously they go higher up, but they're on the calf as well. Although you have to look very, very closely to see them. And we've been shooting these on models, and it's very, very difficult to actually show what they look like, but they are definitely there. And if you stretch them enough, you can see them, and if you look very closely, you'll be able to see them. But these definitely are the real deal, and they're very cozy and super, super great for autumn and winter when you want to keep the glamour stakes high and want to keep warm as well. There is one downside to these fully fashioned tights, and this is that they're not size exclusive. As I mentioned before, they are made for dancers. They're made on the same machinery as our fully fashioned stockings, and I have mentioned before about size inclusivity in fully fashioned, which again there's a big question mark over that, because fully fashioned stockings themselves aren't size inclusive at the moment because of the lack of machinery, because all the machines are going flat out, and there just isn't any time for research and development and any need for research and development from the factories, because they're really quite happy as they are, even though the brands not necessarily are. It's something beyond our control. And I do have another little video about that on YouTube, so please check it out. Fully fashioned tights, they come in 3 sizes, and like our fully fashioned stockings, they tend to get longer as opposed to wider. So they fit up to a UK dress size 14, a US dress size 10, which I know isn't perfect. At the moment, the choice we have is to sell our fully fashioned opaque tights as they are in the non-inclusive size range, or not sell them at all. So hopefully, if we test the waters, you never know, if we can sell enough of them, we might be able to go back to the factory in future and persuade them to make a wider width as long as a longer length. So keep your fingers crossed for us. If you do have any questions about What Katie Did or any of our products, please get in touch. In the meantime, please take care, and I'll catch up with you soon.